Don't ask about the drip. I don't know either. Will MultiVersus survive? Short answer, probably not. Long answer, the game is most likely to fail, but there's a chance to succeed if they get lucky enough. If they supply enough content while also not over/underpaying the developers. And also the way they failed by adding new content in the past, why it didn't work, and how they can succeed on that. Because the way they were progressing before was like really bad. So maybe they can fix that in a full release. So, MultiVersus is a game made by Warner Brothers Entertainment. You know, they made a couple successful movies, and also LeBron James. You know, the guy on TikTok. Why? That is such a bad joke. Why did I write that in the script? And Hyper MultiVersus came before the game even released. I mean, people on Twitter were losing it about like the MultiVersus character roster leaks. I know you guys remember that. They'd always have like Walter White and Jesse Pinkman next to like Dexter's mom with her cleavage out. And when the game came out for open beta, it was doing really good. I mean, people were thinking this was genuinely gonna be the Smash killer. Let's be honest, that's never gonna happen. I mean, at its peak, this had like 150,000 active players just on Steam. That's a lot. That's like Trump rally numbers, man. But as we all know, tragedy struck. After the game only being up for 11 months, less than a year, the servers were taken down. But it's gonna be back in like 7 days as of this recording, which is really hype. Yeah. But if we're trying to figure out why I think the game will fail again, then we have to realize why they failed in the first place. So today I'm gonna be explaining why MultiVersus will fail and why it failed in the past. So imagine it's you in 2022 when MultiVersus was at its peak. Everybody was fucking hating Bugs Bunny because Bugs Bunny. Oh my god. And Rain Dog probably already had like 70 skins. But then you get a notification from Twitter. First of all, why the fuck do you have your notification turned on for Twitter? Second of all, it's at 9:11 p.m. It's from George W. Bush in the classroom! Okay, but then you realize it's a false alarm, and it's even worse! So on August 3rd, 2022, the MultiVersus Twitter account tweeted the game would be delayed. And Morty was also delayed. I forgot about him. But they only pushed it back a couple days, so it wasn't that big of a deal. This still did rub fans the wrong way. I mean, when a developer delays something in beta, just nothing good can ever happen from that, right? Right, Halo Infinite! But on a serious note, it did get rid of the trust from some of the fans. Which makes sense, you know what I mean? I mean, like, already saying, before the game even is in Season 1, that we're delaying it. That's just crazy. But on August 15, Season 1 dropped. With the exact same roster. We didn't have Morty yet. Totally off topic, but I remember when like the game was at its prime in beta. And I watched this video of this guy and why he didn't think MultiVersus was gonna die. And I just remember him clearly saying, something like, do you really think that MultiVersus is gonna release without a new character? Editing me will find the clip. That shit was funny though. So, this is editing me and I looked for like 10 minutes and I couldn't find the video. But, I remember having a platypus. So if you know what I'm talking about, tell me in the comments so I don't look as stupid. Great video though, go check that out. But I guess someone in the MultiVersus team was just like, shit y'all, I guess everyone's pissed that we took an extra half a month to release the things we said we released at the start of August. Let's drop 3 fucking characters in 2 months. I don't think I've ever worn this shirt. And then only 16 days later, Gizmo dropped. And just look at this guy. Isn't he adorable? Isn't he so cute? And by now, if I'm being honest, I had stopped playing MultiVersus. And I actually really liked this game. I had like 50, 60 hours in it, I think. I don't know, I think it was when Season 1 was delayed. I was really bummed out. Even though they said it wasn't that long, it was just kind of like a big letdown, you know what I mean? But after a couple more days, I kind of just like dipped. The game still had a pretty active player base, even though some people were pissed. But most of the fans are expecting a good amount of time till the next character after Morty. I mean, we all play Smash. We know how this works. But then only after another 19 days, Rick dropped. And this pace is insane, man. 2 characters in like a month. That is just insane. Almost a little too insane. And here is where I think they made their first mistake. In my opinion, they should have followed this little rule. It probably has a name, but I low-key forgot. Hear me out. If I give this PNG right here, look at it, a piece of chocolate, and he's never had a piece of chocolate, and when he eats this chocolate, he loves it, and he wants some more, obviously. And if I keep giving this PNG chocolate, just chocolate, so much chocolate that he gets used to the flavor, and that's eventually gonna get old. Then, if I give this PNG a new flavor of chocolate, you're like, oh, this is good. Same thing would have went with MultiVersus. If they would have waited longer in between releasing the characters, things would have felt more fresh. And people want that fresh feeling, especially from fighting games. Which is why in games like Mortal Kombat, their DLC characters are usually like planned out ahead. People have time to get hype, and also they get a new fresh flavor of chocolate. And I also guess Mario Kart. Mario Kart kind of does the same thing with the DLC. I mean, it's not really a fighting game. I never thought I'd be comparing Mario Kart and Mortal Kombat to a game where you can dunk on Samurai Batman as LeBron James. I can't believe I'm not talking about Fortnite right now. But this also goes two ways. If you make the PNG wait too long, then it's gonna get bored of the flavor of chocolate and leave. And MultiVersus started making so many flavors of chocolate. So many that people never really got to get used to the other one. Now, if you like chocolate like every now and then, like 1 or 2 times a week or something, is that just me? It's because I'm fat. Like, you have to get used to the taste, basically. You have to see if you like it or not. And they were making characters so fast that people didn't really get to decide if they liked it or not. Basically, by the time all those 500,000 hit, infinite string, super duper GTA 5, fucking infinite money glitch, 40 combos were out. Gizmo was sitting there like eating grass or some shit. I don't know. I haven't watched the fucking Gremlins in years. I looked up Gremlins on Google. And I got this. Why does he look like he wants to f me? What is this one? I fucking sleep paralysis demon. Oh, it's a hand puppet. There's only 6 left. Holy shit, this is $80. Oh my god. I bought all 6. Anyways, basically they couldn't keep this insane consistency up that they've had before, while also keeping up the quality of the entire game. You know, the developers held it to a standard. They wanted to be as good as the rest. So the development obviously had to slow down. Now, you'd think this wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, we've all played Smash! And with all the new characters, you think people would have something to ease into, you know, something to quench their thirst for more. But no, not really. How MultiVersus got away with waiting so long for Season 1 to drop was because people had a new game. Everything was fresh. Nobody's played the game yet before. And everyone was at, like, the same skill level. So people had time to figure out, like, the tricks of all the characters. By the time Rick, Morty, and Gizmo dropped, the game had already had a fan base. Because now people have, like, no reason to try out the new characters. Because if they do, they're just gonna get a fucking Superman who's only clicked 1 button the last 7 minutes of the fucking game. And the Velma who wrote like a fucking essay in a YouTube comment section about how she's not actually annoying and she's like the second best thing since Jesus Christ rising on the 3rd day. And you're just this little fucker. Look at him. He's pitiful. Wait, I just realized. I think someone $80 Gizmo hand puppet. Oh my god. Why the fuck did I say that? And with months in between character releases, inevitably the game died. And now they're gonna bring it back with a full release of the game. Which is also the reason I said Season 1 dropping instead of the full release, because it wasn't the full release. And it's actually getting a good amount of hype for the release. I think right now the new trailer is sitting like around 1 million views, which is actually pretty good. And they announced like the Joker, which like obviously. Jason, which is actually really cool. Hopefully he's not lore accurate though. And also the guy from the Matrix. Now I'm thinking about it, if they were all lore accurate, Iron Giant would just be like 500 feet tall. Lore accurate Gizmo would lose like the fucking Wonder Woman statue. He'd punch it and just start shitting himself in fear and pain. I gotta start hating on Gizmo, man. Damn. They really had a missed opportunity with Gizmo and Stripe, though. They could have had their Pyramithra. That would have been sick. Anyways, back on topic. But I don't think the game will succeed, and it's for 3 main reasons. 1, they actually have to add enough to the game for it to feel like a full release. Like, they can't just add a couple characters and get away with it. People have already got enough new characters, and we saw how that worked out. I really do think a new game mode would help, though. But they'll actually have to make it like a fun game mode that people want to play. I don't know how. I might have some ideas if I thought about it, but yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything on top of my head. Number 2, this is kind of a cheap one, but the damage is already kind of done, if I'm being honest. If that makes any sense. Basically, what I'm trying to say is MultiVersus is not going to get that same amount of success that it had when it first dropped. Like, I guess it's theoretically possible, but it's just a really low chance. Which also means it's going to be expensive, especially if they are giving consistent updates to the game. And without a huge amount of success that they might be hoping for, it's going to be really expensive. Which also means Warner Bros. Isn't going to be able to pay them. And if Warner Bros. Can't pay them, woo! I gotta redo that. That was so bad. You know, I can't fucking do this. And 3, holy shit, why is there so many rain dog things? There's too many! There's too fucking many! But I do believe that MultiVersus has a chance to succeed, even though it's a really small one. And I do believe in the talented developers that have made the game so far. But seriously, stop making so many fucking rain dog skins. Wait. What the fuck? What is this? Why does this guy low-key look kind of hype though? Dude, now all they have to do is add Walter. I'm making a promise. If they add Walter, I'll change the title of this video. Alright, bye for real now.